Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Grand Spartan. So we're going to start a new project today. That's the old house that we took the horde on yesterday's episode. And maybe we just demolish that or whatever, get it out of the way. But the next horde, I've already gone over to the hub city. I gathered up at least some of our building supplies that we had left over from the last build, the big build. And I'm going to stick them in here. And I'm going to run for my life. Oh my goodness, that didn't kill him. That only made him angry. Or did it kill him? Oh, it did kill him. Oh no, it didn't. That got him. Shot him straight into the back. But the plan moving forward for hordes, until we get this base completed, is, I told you we were going to do the hotel horde. I wasn't going to upgrade that hotel at all. I was just going to use a pistol, maybe this rifle, some wooden spikes on the fly, and just let them mutilate, destroy that hotel as we try to survive. I could make that hotel into an impenetrable bunker, no question. It'd be pretty simple, actually. It's so large and easily, you could easily defend that with spikes and whatnot. But what I was going to do was not to do anything to it. Just leave it as it is and try to survive the night without upgrading that sucker. So, if you're opposed to that, you can let me know in chat there, but that's the plan moving forward for the next horde. Now, the one after that, we may look into running around in the street with some wooden spikes trying to survive with no defenses at all or something. Or, since this house held up so well, upgrading, say, this house, like we did that one, putting the bars and the spikes in it, but not having a backup plan. Just this one house, that's it. If they destroy it and we fall in there with them, then that's just what happens. But because I thought about that, I was like, really, what I should have done on that last horde was I probably should not have had a fallback, like, whoa, like we did with the. Oh, is this a wandering horde? We might have to break out the old pistola. Yeah, no, that packs a punch. Let's get over here. I think it's powerful. Stops them dead in their tracks. Oh, he shot his arm off. Oh, lady. Keep your hands to yourself. See there? That's what happens when you don't keep your hands to yourself. I don't know if that's a wandering horde or what that is, but... Oh! 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 I was going to try to make ourselves another Matina. Okay. So we're going to let that wandering horde pass us on by. I don't think I need any more. Of course, it's almost 4 a.m. now, so it wouldn't really matter. But so that's the plan moving forward with the series. Do a little, look at that, some 44 ammo. Nice. It's like we started using it, and the ammo started dropping for it. It's to do the hotel horde with no defenses. Then do a... maybe instead of out in the street, because that's, that may be kind of silly to run around throwing down wooden spikes and shooting whatever. Maybe just to take this one house, upgrade it to wood, do what we did over this house, but just have the one house and have to survive the entire night. Because, I showed you in the last part of the horde video what they did to that house. And if we'd stayed there much longer, it would have started to cave in on us. So maybe that'd be a lot of fun. But I had this idea, and I probably should experiment with it a little bit off recording because I still don't quite know exactly how I'm going to put it together. But I figured here today on this episode we could, in the very least, get the layout or the dimensions of it done, and maybe a little started. I did something like this a while back on another base. And a while back, I mean like a long while back. And I don't know. Yeah, I'll just have to kind of make it up as we go along for the most part. But let's go ahead and get the dimensions laid out here. Let's find a good spot. You know, maybe because we're going to use that little house right there, this wouldn't be a great place. It is kind of the perfect place. Maybe we go back here a little ways to off the road. Going off-road. One, 26, 27, 30, 31. 31 is always a good number. One. One. 31. All right. It looks like a pretty good size. So I actually had two ideas, and now I'm a little bit, as I look at the dimensions of this base, I'm a little bit torn as to which one to build. Both are good ideas. One, I have done something a little similar to it before. The other, I have not. But I've seen something kind of like it done. I'm going to have to take all that stuff out eventually, but we'll just dig it out with the auger. Of course, we're going to be battling some screamers here before too long. It's a shame I can't put a scope on this thing. At least I don't think I can put a scope on that. No, can't put a scope on anything, I guess. Just a sniper rifle comes equipped with one flashlight. That'd be a cool thing, though, you know, if they implement that into the game where you can put a scope on, I don't know, even this pistol. You know, if you could put a scope on this sucker, it'll take them out from a long ways away. Let's see if we can hit that car. Watch me shoot it one time and it blow up. Yeah, I can't hear the impact. But I'm just trying to decide now if this, which one I'd want to go with here. The one's going to take a lot of work. The other one, probably not quite as much work. Maybe a little more digging. Have a chute there. Then how that would work there, and then I shoot here. Sometimes these things just take form as we move along. I'm just going to do this real quick and see if this would work out. I hear you over there. See if we can pop in with this rifle. I need practice with this rifle. Did we just kill him in one shot? I think we did. Yeah, I need practice with that rifle. I'm not very practiced with the bolt action rifle, but when I went back to the hub city, I mentioned it maybe last episode or episode before, a bolt action rifle. I thought I had one. I did. I had this one, 600. It's not quite 100% durability, but went ahead and grabbed it up. I had a couple blue ones as well. We could combine some parts. Not really held on to any parts for the bolt action rifle. We could always repair it. So just want to see how this is going to work out. Oh, so it kind of doesn't work out. How many spaces? We just had one space down on this end, and it would leave two on this end. Now that stinks. I don't want to go with an even number build. Don't want to do that. I can't imagine Alpha 16 is going to be that much longer, but just watching Joel's video today, his latest little playthrough video where he threw the bow and arrow at the bow at the zombies. Yeah, but, you know, it's probably pretty close to being released. I think there's some multiplayer issues they're working out, he was saying, but for the most part, it's done. I would guess here in the end of this month, experimental is released, and then I guess a couple weeks after that, the full version. So we would have plenty of time to build a base up out of from scratch. It really only takes about a week worth of episodes at most to build a decent sized base. But I'm trying to look at this now and think how I want to do this, because it's not going to work out because they're four. If we did, I wanted to do a single hole. I don't know how that would work either. Because the zombies have a tendency to want to skip across a single hole when they're running at nighttime, and I don't think they would fall into a single hole even if we put them at an angle from each other like I was doing here. Let's say do that, and then here and here and here, like a so, something like that. Apologize about the background noise. I'm going to buy myself a soundproof door for up here. I just thought about that yesterday. I was thinking there's some things I could probably do to make this door soundproof. This house that I'm in is all hardwood and tile, so the sound just travels like crazy. Okay, so that would leave the one to the corner, just like this is one to the corner. Is that right? Yeah. Okay, so that could work, maybe. Seems like a lot of work. Also, I worry that that's not really what I was going for. I tell you what, we're going to go with this one design that I have in mind. Feeling kind. All of that rhymed. I'm going to go with this one design here. And then after we finish this base, we will, I'll try to maybe think of a better way to do what I was planning on doing there. I don't want to waste too much more time trying to figure that out on camera. That's sort of the disadvantage of this Let's Play is I get in on this save file. I don't have any other save files. Of course, I have the server. Servers actually stopped paying for it a couple months ago. Everyone quit playing on it, so I'll pick it back up when 16 comes out. But this, once I get in, I waste a lot of time just trying to think of the design. Like, you know, on the server, I spend a couple hours laying something out and picking the frames up and say, oh, don't like that. Well, this is cool, but don't like that. But anyway, I'm kind of to the disadvantage here. Let's get the auger. Let's get some gas in it. Let's get to digging just a bit here. We've done some tier systems in the past, some tier free falls. Maybe this turns into something like that, but we're gonna have a screamer here soon because I'm just tapping on the mouse button here for accuracy, and that really does draw him. I think 334 clicks is what someone was saying it takes to attract a screamer with the auger if you just clickety clicking. So how many down do we want to go? That's surface. That's 2. Let's go down one more. Can you fall in the hole, sir? Whoops. Just going to look at this one side here first, make sure what I'm doing is going to work out mathematically without having to break out a calculator. I think it will. It'll be okay. I'm just going to gradually move our way to the interior portion. I'll leave myself with a little bit of space for the base. Oh. I don't have any repair kits. Well, that's not good. I know we have some somewhere. Huh. How did I, hopefully they're in the mini bike? Ooh. I think I know where they're at. I think I know exactly where they're at. If they're not in this chest, they're over at the other base that we built. Okay, here's some right here. There's a lot of stuff right here. Look at all that stuff. Let's do a sort. And all together, it's a lot of important stuff in there. But I did leave some over at the other base, and there's some at the Hub City base too. There's an airdrop right straight in front of us as well. Let's leave the mini bike on the road, just in case. Let's get this sucker repaired. 554. So, oh, I did take the, I had that other chainsaw we found on the last episode or whatever it was. Episode before, and it had a 574 engine on it. So the old Grand Spartan put it on here. Of course, it just repaired, and, you know, it's closest to 600 we've been on an auger so far. I was surprised it took so long to get close to 600. So, how many drops is that? Let's see. That's 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that might work out. Let's get the rebar out. We have so much rebar and concrete. Matter of fact, the forges were full, 30,000 stone. I got those kicking before I left to pump out that cement. Okay, all this is going to have to come down as well. If I knew how far in I wanted to go, I'd go ahead and dig all the center portion out. Maybe I can do that off camera. I don't know how interesting it would be to watch me dig this entire 31 by 31 area out. But we got to have some content here moving towards Alpha 16, and we're kind of short on that right now. I guess since we did it right there, I could do it over here. Stone. Oh, that's quick there with the repaired auger. It's like a one-shot done. Beautiful. That's quick. Gotta be careful though. It's don't go too far. Choose right through stone. Plenty of gas, but I didn't bring a lot with me. We don't need a whole lot more to get this done. I'm going to go back over to the Hub City again at some point soon, though, and get those forges cleared out, get some more stone in them, get some more concrete going. Had left some creating over there. And I'm a bit surprised, too. You know, the forges were working even though I'm not there or anywhere close to the hub city, they're all still working just fine. Okay, so we need to go one more over. I was coming up to see that. Oops. A little too deep there. Okay, so I guess we can go on around this side over here. Boy, you all have seen me do so much building. When I first started this channel and uploading these base builds, everyone's like, well, how do you do that? And why'd you do this? And all kind of questions. And now, you all see me do it every day. Probably lost some of its allure, some of its mystique. I see me do it every day, but hopefully by doing this, a lot of you have learned my techniques and maybe applied your techniques along with those. Hopefully it's helped you all think things through, maybe change your perspective on a few things. I'm certainly no master at the game, but I have played it for a long time. And you do anything for a long time and you get pretty good at it. I still learn things every day. You all teach me there in the chat. I pick things up that I did not know. And that's kind of what's so spectacular about a game like this. There's so many different ways to do things that you're just always evolving and you're always learning new techniques and new ways to do certain things. And also what makes it so excellent is that every alpha, there are new challenges and new blocks to use and traps and all the different things they keep implementing. So it's like starting all over from scratch again and relearning the game. And then you go through a period of months where you're like, oh wow, I learned like 3 new things today. I didn't know it was possible. Oh man, this whole time I didn't go down deep enough all the way around. I thought I did. It's alright. With this handy dandy auger, it only takes a moment. So I can't imagine that it would be very long. I'm very surprised that no screamer has come check this build site out yet. You know, I may have made a little bit of a boo-boo here. Think about this, Grand Spartan. Think about this. I may have to dig one more out because we measured it 31 by 31. And I think if I start here at 30 by 30, it's going to be off by the time we reach the center. That's what's going to happen. It's weird, there's a bit of stone there. This particular area. All of our frames are going to fall, that's okay. That is okay. Alright. Oh, there's the screamer. See, I knew she was coming. Did that one shot kill her? It sure did. Look at that. See if we can hip fire this thing a couple times. I don't want him to fall into my trench. Oh, she fell right as I went to fire it. See, I'm no good at this with this rifle. I've never really ever used the single shot. There's another screamer. Bye-bye, head. Well, this sort of breaks the monotony of all the digging and the all that stuff. Look at that, 3 shots right over his shoulder. That's awful, Grand Spartan. I hope this lady didn't fall into our trench, and I think she did. See, she's asking for help. I just helped you. What you got, Nurse Nancy? A bandage? I don't think I'm going to need that. Well, I guess there's no better time to get practice with the old bolt action than right now. All the zombies coming towards us. Oh, oh, don't break my leg. No. Oh, I'm bleeding out. No broken legs this episode. None at all. Slow your roll, lady. So it only makes sense that this would be as powerful as the sniper rifle. It uses the same round. And it maybe not, you know, the barrel has a little bit something to do with the power of the gun. A little, but using the exact same rounds, you would think that I could one-shot pretty much all of these zombies like you can with the sniper rifle. Not true. It's pretty good, though. It's pretty powerful. You know, I'm taking them down. This would not be a good weapon for Horde Night because it is so slow to between rounds, between shots. It just, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty powerful, though. It's pretty powerful. Is that a wandering horde joining in, or what is this? Just random zombies from the houses? Oops. Hope you all were able to catch yesterday's forest episode. If, in the very least, just watch the intro. I thought the intro was pretty comical because I was getting all cocky. And then the natives set me straight. Been enjoying that game. If you are a fan of the Stranded Deep series, I really apologize. I think I'm going to release a video here just explaining what happened. The game would freeze up as I was loading my save file. And I thought, well, heck, you know, I followed some guides and told me what to do if it was doing that, and did all that I knew to do to reinstall the game and all of that. And apparently the save file became corrupted. And man, I was just at a really great place. I was 22 days in the game. I had collected a lot of things. I was had almost all the parts to make an engine for my raft, and you know, I had that happen, and just really disappointed. So I guess I'll wait for the full release of the game and maybe pick that back up again one day. That's how disappointed I was. I said, you know, I'm not starting back over. Not after all that I went through and all of that. I just maybe other games I would start back over, but that one I said nope, not starting it back over. But what I did do is I started up my first episode of Subnautica, and I just recently told my wife, I said I'll play Stranded Deep for a couple more weeks. I'll assess where we're at, and if I feel like I'm running out of content, I'll then transition over to Subnautica. But I'm gonna at least give it 2 or 3 more weeks. And then this happened today, so I told her, so well, I guess it's time for Subnautica. So I sat down, and I wasn't 100% pleased with the first episode I recorded. had a phone call right in the middle of the first episode that people are going to see and everything. But I'm going to use it. I'm going to save that, upload that video for tomorrow. So if you all are interested, Subnautica is an excellent game. In my experience, I don't have a lot of experience with it, but the little bit that I do, it is an excellent game. There's a lot of content there, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun to cover that game. So definitely go check it out. Graphics look amazing as well. So certainly worth at least looking at an episode, even if you have to skip through it or whatever. Give it a chance because it is a survival game. It's a lot like this game in that, you have to scavenge and build a base. Though it is underwater, there are a lot of threats in the game. Many threats, actually, a lot of them that I have not explored yet. Played for a couple hours on another save file just to sort of figure the game out, see if it was for me or whatever. And I did. I thought it was a great game. It would be worthy of a series. And so I don't know how long we'll carry on that series, but I can assure you it's worth at least a couple months worth of episodes to get to where we're gonna go on that game. So definitely give it a look. If you've never heard of it before, check it out on Steam. Little trailer, and then give mine a chance as well, because you might not see on the trailer exactly everything that there is that the game has to offer. And I touch on a many different points on the game as we go through. So give that series a chance. Also, if you have not checked out the Forest series yet, it's pretty comical. I think it could even be funnier if I had a partner on there. I talked to Old Crow about that. Of course, we'd have to put a little disclaimer for language if he were to join me. But that's also an excellent game. A lot of funny moments, a lot of cool things happen there. The natives are a lot more intelligent than the old zombies on this game, so they figure out ways. One will be distracting while the other one's eating all your meat in your base, and they do some really silly things. But it's a lot of fun to survive on there as well. Check those out. Oh, I hear another screamer coming at me. Where are you at, lady? I think she fell in the hole. Nope, there she is. Oh, let's get a little crouch sneak damage, maybe? Did I miss her? Oh, don't fall in the hole. Oh, she fell in the hole. Yep, there I am. Don't scream again. Don't scream again. It takes so long to reload. Oh, she's dead. Oh, there's a bear. There's a bear over there. How did we get across there? Thought for sure they would fall into the pit. Son of a gun, Spartan. Headshot. Headshot. Oh, here we go. Headshot. What game was that I played? It was like Unreal Tournament or something like that years ago, where you get a headshot. It would say that. We'll take that bandage, Nurse Nancy. Oh, there's another screamer. Son of a gun. We take her out with that shot? We sure did. We sure did. Uh-oh. Did Mr. Bear fall into the pit? I don't see Bear. Oh, I didn't kill her. I just took her down. Oh, I took her armor off. That was no... Oh, there's another screamer coming. It's about to be nighttime as well. I might almost have to dig this thing out with a shovel. Where is she? Oh, I see her coming. Oh, don't you get me. Don't you get me. Oh, I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding, but I have a bandage because Nurse Nancy brought a bandage over here to me. I was going to make sure she was dead. Yeah, she's dead. Where's the old bandage? There's the bandage. Come here, Mr. Spider Zombie. Boy, those things are tough. They're like a tank. Oh, he died. Oh, gal. All right. Need to get a lot faster with this rifle, though. A lot better with the aim. Because... Oh. Oh, lady, lady, lady. Don't beat on my hit down there. Yeah, so I need to get a lot more proficient with this thing than what I am currently. It's going to be our only defense before too long if we decide to do that thing I was talking about with the rifle and the pistols. And it's going to be tricky running and gunning with this type of a gun. All right. Well, let's get back to what we were doing here. Probably won't go much longer today. And I tell you what I'll do. I'll go ahead and dig this thing on out off camera. And then when we start back, we'll just start back on maybe the building process or just a little bit more to do with the digging. Of course, we're still going to have digging to do, but at least this outer band, all of this that I'm working on right now and trying to get figured out, I'll try to get this done off camera, and then we pick it back up. We'll be full sails ahead for the building portion of it. And I'll have to save the other idea for our next base that we build. Now, don't be confused though. This base, like before, I was always struggling with, all right, which base do we take on the next horde in, and so forth and so on. Our next horde is in that hotel, and as long as none of you have any problems with it, we're not going to build that hotel up. We're not going to use defenses. A hotel would be so easy to turn into a horde base. It's massive. It's it'd be a huge resource sink, that's for sure. But you could build one of those up with no problem and easily defend it. I don't think I want to get into that, at least on Alpha 15, into the hotel, because we could probably sink 2 weeks into turning that into a horde base, and I just don't like the prefabs too much. Now the house, upgrading the house into wood and putting some wooden spikes down, that could be fun, you know, because there's a really high chance that we're going to probably get consumed by a zombie before the end of the night. So that could be interesting. But the hotel, I can almost guarantee you that if I built that thing up, put some defenses around, upgraded some things to concrete or steel, there's no way. It would just, the horde would run into it. It would be like running into a Mack truck. But I think the idea with no defenses, I think I'm even going to limit myself to no spikes. So a shadow. No spikes until the horde arrives. And I'll have spikes in my inventory, and I can then place the spikes, but no pre-placing, you know, spikes before the horde arrives. I thought about doing something like that as well. And that would make it a little more interesting, too, because I could prep the place and have it loaded down with spikes and it'd be the same thing as the last horde, you know. It'd probably be a little challenging, but we'd still come out unscathed, untouched. And make it a bit more interesting. Thought I would do that. I just have a stack of spikes, wooden spikes in my inventory, and we can place them down as we kind of go along throughout the horde. But we'll come up with some rules. Pistols only, or pistols and maybe the single shot rifle I have here or something. Pistols and shotguns, you know, because shotguns are kind of weak without the slugs, so we'll figure something out with that. Most likely won't use the AK-47 though. Most likely won't be using that for that horde. And hopefully I don't die too many times and drop the old wellness down. We could also put our sleeping bag on top of the hotel, and that way if we eat it, we just respawn up there and go back down and start fighting again. There's a zombie beat on the side of that thing there. This wall. We're almost done with the outer band here. Pick these up real quick. Okay. All right. Nice. Well, we'll call it right there. And off camera, I will get to placing frames and digging some more of this out. I don't know how much of it I'll dig out, but pretty cool idea here I have, I think. We'll just have to see. We'll have to see how it all pans out. But thank you so much for your support, ladies and gentlemen. Very wonderful audience. Great group of people. I hope you all have a great day. Great evening. We're going to dispatch of these as it's 2200. Look at that shot on her. We need to get them real quick, though. Get them quick before that buzzer sounds. Oh, don't fall in my pit. Don't fall in there and start digging. Grand Spartan likes to be precise with all of that. The back of the head. Until you are dead. Oh, all right. Well, thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you all tomorrow.